Is this crooked? No, I think it's good. Okay. Oh. Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is ReAnn, and today we're gonna do a nice and easy, glowy summer look today. That was a lot of Y's going on. Lots of adjectives. Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to show you my simple everyday summer routine. Not really every day, I guess days I just want to be a little bit more put together, a little bit more glammed up, I guess. But this summer I really have not been using foundation. I don't even remember the last time I wore foundation, which is crazy. I've just been really embracing my own skin and really just like embracing all of the little blemishes on it, because that's what I think makes me look the most natural, and I've been really confident with that. And that's on self-growth and self-development. So anyway, I just wanted to show you what I've been doing on these summer days where I want to look a little more glowy and a little bit more glammed up. So keep watching this video and let's get re-empowered on how to embrace your natural skin. Do you see that little like branding moment there? So jumping in, I just want to mention that before you start putting any makeup on your skin, you should moisturize, do your skincare routine, and something that I've been being really good about is wearing sunscreen. So I've tried this new sunscreen that I've really liked so far. This is by CeraVe, and it's their Hydrating Sunscreen. It has a SPF 30 and also has zinc oxide listed as their active ingredient. And if you don't know about zinc oxide, which is totally okay, I didn't hear about it until this year, but I heard that if you are going to use a sunscreen, make sure it has zinc oxide listed as an active ingredient. Otherwise, it really won't be doing much to protect your skin. And what I really like about this sunscreen in particular is that it is tinted. I've found that using other sunscreens that have zinc oxide in them makes my skin look really white and has like a lot of flashback, and especially as a person with a little bit of color on their skin, I don't personally like that, and it just felt really chalky. So with this hydrating sunscreen with zinc oxide in it from CeraVe, it's really awesome. This just has like the slightest tint to it. It's not a tinted moisturizer, it's not a tinted foundation, it's literally just a tinted sunscreen, but I felt like it's provided such a good barrier for my skin and also hasn't made me look super chalky, which is great and awesome. So before I do any of my makeup, I just apply that to my face, apply it to my neck, and also the back of my hands. All these areas are really important to keep the wrinkles away, keep your skin nice and hydrated, and also just protect you from the sun. So now that we got that important detail out of the way, let's jump into the makeup. So you've seen me do this before in my other videos, but I literally just go in with concealer on my dark areas and any like trouble blemish spots to cover it up and literally just brighten the skin a little more. No foundation, no tinted moisturizer. We are literally just going to embrace our whole skin and jazz it up a little bit. So recently I've been really loving this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish. It has a huge doe foot applicator and literally, I feel like this is gonna last me so long because I just use so little of it. Let me zoom you guys in. Bring you all up close and personal. Honestly, if you don't wink at yourself every once in a while, like, that's how you hype yourself up. You have to be your own hype man. Gotta be the main character here. Anyway, so I just dot it on my face and look like a crazy person for a little bit, and I just use like the lightest bit because this concealer is really high coverage and it really does go a long way. So I put it under my eyes where my dark circles are, just to like hide those and conceal a little bit. And now I'm going to take this e.l.f. buffer brush that I love to use. I've had this for so long and it's literally such a good brush, but it's super soft, and I think it's like $3 at the drugstore, so go and pick it up. It's been such a favorite of mine. And yes, I am stalling because I like to put the concealer on and let it rest for a little bit so it really just like sets into my skin, but I usually start like on my chin and leave my under eyes for last, just so it gets just to let the concealer set in a little more. I do have darker spots on the outside of my eyes, so I like to put a little bit of concealer here just to highlight it a little more. A little bit on the nose and not too much. And I've been starting to get a little bit of redness around my nose, but I feel like that's pretty normal for people. And what I like about this is that you can literally build it up to the coverage of your choice. So whatever you want to do, if you want a little more coverage, go ahead and put concealer on like the sides of your face where you have, if you have a little more blemish. And if you only want to cover up your under eyes, that's totally fine. You can do just that. With the formula of this concealer, I feel like it gives you a really natural finish because of the satin finish like I talked about. Like, it's not a matte finish where it makes your skin, at least not for me, it doesn't make my skin look really dry. And I personally like that compared to a super matte finish. I feel like I just rambled off words. Hopefully that sentence made sense. So now that I have a good base laid down, I am going to set my face with a little bit of powder. And I'm using the JCat Aquasurance Compact Pressed Powder. I really like this formula because it's not like other powders that make my skin look super dry. Hello? There we go. It's so lightweight and it really helps give that satin finish to go on top of the concealer. So I just place the majority of it on my cheeks and use what's left on the brush under my eyes so the concealer doesn't crease. Okay, so now that our base is set, I'm going to move on to the blush. This has been my favorite part of my makeup routine recently because I feel like it really brings a lot more life into your face. Just gives you a little bit more color. And the blush that I've been using lately and loving is the Colourpop stick. The label is literally so rubbed off already because I've been using it so much. But this is in the shade Invite Only. And what I do is I take my blush, roll it up a little bit, and I take a round buffer brush and I just go in, stipple it in a little bit, and then I dab it off on the back of my hand. I learned this trick from Kathleen Lights. I decided to give it a try recently, and I found that this blush lasts so much longer than powder blushes. I don't know what it is about the formula. I was skeptical at first that cream blushes wouldn't last as long as powder blushes, but it's literally amazing. And this is like $7 at Ulta, which is pretty good if you ask me. I like to go in on like the higher parts of my cheek, like almost where the highlight is, like the highest point of my apples. And I also like to put this on my nose, a little bit on my chin, some on my eyelids, and a little bit on my forehead just to give my skin that flushed look. Overall, just more cohesive, and it makes you look like you're like sun-kissed, so, you know, glowy and just everything great. And now just sticking with the trend of cream things, I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. This is the Benefits Watts Up highlight. This is what it looks like, and I just take a little bit on my ring finger and just dot it, pat it in on the top of my cheeks. After you're done applying it to the cheeks, I like to give a little bit on my nose and my Cupid's bow, and a little bit on the inner corners of my eyes, just to brighten it up. All right, and totally optional to stop here if this is what you are comfortable with. Sometimes I literally just leave the house like this, have a little bit having a little bit of something on my skin just makes me feel like I look more awake and I look more put together. So definitely stop here if this is what you are comfortable with. I am going to keep moving on with my brows and a little bit of mascara just to tie the whole thing all together. Okay, so now moving on to my brows. I have really been into the soap brow trend lately, and if you haven't heard of it, it's literally just spraying water on a bar of soap and then brushing my eyebrows up. So I've been keeping my soap in my handy dandy little Altoids tin, and this I've used it for so long now, like it's usually literally just regular hand soap. But the soap that I use is the Dr. Bronner's all natural, I think it's like organic hand soap, or soap in general, I guess. And what I do is I just spray it with a little bit of water. This is not the Mario Badescu facial spray. I've emptied it and put water in here to just use as a spray bottle. Give it a couple of sprays and then take a spoolie and just rub it on your soap until you get a little bit of the waxiness on top of the spoolie. Like so, like that. At Tabitha Brown, you are my inspiration and I love you. If you haven't seen her videos on TikTok, you need to go watch them. She has given me so many food inspirations and also positive vibes, which is what we all need, honestly. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just taking the wax on the soap on my spoolie brush and then just brushing my brow hairs in like a upward direction, keeping them a little bit slanted because I don't want them to literally stick straight up because that looks a little bit crazy. And then keep working at it until the brows start to harden from the soap. And this is what's gonna make my brows like stick up all day. I used to use brow gel and different things to keep my brows up after I do my brows, but this has been such an easy trick. I do find that if you work too much at it, like if you brush it too much, and if you have too much water, sometimes it will start sudsing up because it's soap and that's what it's supposed to do. So just be careful and be patient with it. And once you have your desired fluffiness, I just leave it for a little bit, let it set, and then I take my brow product. I've been loving this lately. I've used it for maybe 3 months now. I've got it before quarantine started. This is the Essence, the Brow Pen. And it says it's semi-permanent, but it really is not. And what it is literally like $2 or $3 at Ulta. And what it is, it's just this brow pen. And then you can make it to, you can use it to make little strokes like your brows. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to start at the back of my brow. And it does take a little bit of practice with this. I did not like this product at first, but after using it, I feel like it really gives my brow this natural, like feathery look. And especially when you're using it with the soap and having that already structured brow, you can literally just go in and start filling in the sparse spots. It is a product that you have to be kind of patient with, but after a little bit of practice, you get the hang of it, and it just goes by so fast. And what I'm doing is I'm literally, I don't know if you can see, but like doing these upward motions to like flick the product up. And when I'm getting close to the inner part of my brow, I do it very lightly, so it doesn't have that like blocky brow look. Like even if you don't have hairs in that area, you can literally make it look like brow hairs. As you can see the difference between this brow and this brow, this one is so much more defined without looking super blockish, and it just gives a little more definition to your face in general. So I am going to go ahead and finish up this brow and we will be right back. Okay, now that we are officially done with our brows, I really like how like put together it just makes me look, even when I just have like a little bit of face makeup on and some brow product on my face. I just feel like I just feel ready. I feel put together. I feel professional. I'm going to move on and do a little bit of mascara. And the mascara that I've been using lately and loving so much is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Recently, I've just been like brushing out my eyelashes and going in with mascara. I feel like sometimes when I curl my eyelashes too much, my eyelashes become more weak and then they are more prone to falling out. So this way, like, you can totally skip it. I don't have naturally curly eyelashes. Like, they are mostly straight and pretty fragile, I would say. So I just go in with like a coat of mascara, let it dry, and then do another coat, and then that's that. And since we are doing mascara, I'm gonna do a simple little eye look just to show you how to really bring out your eyes. So to start, I am going to take my fluffy brush and my bronzer. Yes, the cap fell off because I use it so much. I still have it, but it's just not attached. I'll have the product linked down below. But this is my Morphe M518 brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap into my bronzer, tap off my brush, and then go at the crease of my eyelids. And what this does is just give a little bit of warmth to your eyelids and also give them a little more definition. And once you have your desired color, I like to pinch my brush a little bit and just go under my eyes. Also just to tie the whole thing together and give it more definition like I talked about earlier. I focus on the outer part of my eye and not like the way under, just because this is where your dark circles are, and if you are really going to put bronzer under there, it will emphasize your dark circles more than instead of like bringing your eyes out. And after putting some bronzer on my eyes, I feel like I already look more awake. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. eyeshadow quad, and using my finger, I'm just going to mix these two shimmery colors here on my ring finger, and then just put it on the inner part of my eye. Not the inner corner, like under it, so like right there. And I'm literally just putting it a little bit on the front half of my eye and not the whole thing. And just wipe away any, I don't like to have like a lot of sparkle on like this part of my eye, so just be careful with it when you're applying with your finger. You can also do it with a brush if you want to be more precise. But I just feel like that brings out my eyes so much more, and it just, especially for brown eyes, it just like makes them pop. Alright, my camera overheated there, but what I wanted to say was that if you wanted to like zhuzh up your look even more, apply some mascara. And I am here to tell you that you've been applying your mascara all wrong. Yes, we have been blinded, we have been bamboozled, and here's actually how you apply your mascara. So the first thing I do is that I brush out my eyelashes with a spoolie just to comb out any loose hairs, and then I go in with my mascara. Make sure you like wipe off the tip so it doesn't like get too much product, and then do not put product on the base of your lashes. Repeat after me. No, just kidding. But honestly, don't put product on the base of your lashes. Just do like the tip and try to avoid the base. And what I do is that I just wiggle it back and forth so it coats my eyelashes. And what I do is that I just wiggle it back and forth to coat every one of my eyelashes, and then I leave it. So after you've applied your first coat, let it sit, let it dry a little bit, and then go in to apply your second coat. And that's where you can start building it from the base to the tip of your eyelashes to really get that feathered out look without it being too clumpy and without it weighing down your eyelashes. So try it out. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I really do think this is a game changer, and it has definitely changed my mascara game. So let me know how it works for you. And for the final touches, you can definitely throw on a lip gloss, a little bit of lipstick to just help tie your look all together. But I am literally just gonna put on some chapstick, and what I like to use is my handy dandy Aquaphor. And if you have been sleeping on Aquaphor for your lips, go get it right now. Literally right now. Go to Walmart or Target and get some Aquaphor. What I do is just I take a little bit and I just put it on my lips. It is the only thing that saves my lips from years of using EOS, like those little egg things that we used to love in high school and in middle school, that just wrecked my lips forever. But this is the only thing that works for me and I love it. I think it works so well. It doesn't have any fragrance. It doesn't have any harsh chemicals that like mess with your lips. So try this out. Let me know what you think. And I just think it really helps I just think it also helps bring out the natural tint in my lips. So gives a really nice like glossy type of look when you only have chapstick on. So great. We love minimalism. But anyway, that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of a really natural, glowy summer makeup routine of mine. This is what I've been doing for such a long time and I honestly love it. It's so easy to get out the door in 15 minutes and saves so much time and so much money on your products. If you guys like this video, go ahead and click that like button down below. I would love your support. And if you feel so inclined to, please subscribe to my channel and I would love to see you back for more videos. So that is it for this time. I will have all of my products I use linked down below, including the brushes and other descriptions of where you can purchase the products. And that is it. I hope you try out this look and really embrace the natural skin that you have and just put a little bit of product on your face to jazz it up a little bit for the summertime. So thank you guys for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Did anyone else see that? It just like leaked all over me. Don't shake your brow pen too much or else it will leak and make a mess. And my dog is barking now, so this environment is just too chaotic right now.